Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense, because here on this platform, we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions. But not everyone uses logic. So, for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. I also need to let everybody know that the subscriber mode has been enabled. What does that mean? That means if you're not a subscriber and if you wish to enter a comment in the chat, you will need to subscribe to the channel. Okay. First of all, I want to give a huge shout out uh, to everyone that have already subscribed to the channel, whether it be from the beginning or just recently as this week. I really appreciate all the love and support that you've given me. Okay. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices. And I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media. Okay. Yes, last night when gave my shout out to the members of the uncommon folk that frequent this platform, there's three individuals I neglected to mention, which were Fulana Cubana, Morena Heredes, and Moon Chaser. Just want to give a shout out to them for all the love and support that they have given for this channel. So, as you can see on the thumbnail, the topic for tonight is a shout out to the mothers, being that this Sunday is Mother's Day. So, this stream is for all the mothers, whether if you are a biological mother, or an adopted mother, or a foster mother, or if you've been um, a female mentor to younger women, the godmothers, the great grandmothers, anyone who played a positive female uh, role model to others. And also, we must not forget the fact that there are those of us whose mothers are no longer with us due to death. We also must be mindful of the fact that for some people this is a difficult time because their mothers are gone or they are estranged from their own mothers or they're unable to have any contact with their mothers for multiple reasons. So this is a special evening for them. And I also go to dedicate this stream to the memory of my mom, Gloria Negron. So, and also I'm going to be sharing some reflections as it pertains to mothers and the role that they play. But before we do that, we're going to get into another episode of In My Words. Um, it appears that Hybrid Vigor and Mulatto Vanguard has gotten a divorce. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me correctly. Uh, if you take a look at Hybrid's community tab, you're going to find out that both Hybrid Figure and Mulatto Vanguard have gone their separate ways. And basically, um, Hybrid Vigor is accused Mulatto Vanguard of not being who he is, being less than half the man that supposedly Hybrid is. Now, this just goes to prove a point, okay? That even when the number one supporter cannot deal with you anymore, you are the problem hybrid. Okay, it's not Gigi, it's not Multi, it's not me, and it's not Irby, and it's not anybody else. You are the problem. Okay, so I would suggest hybrid that you get off social media for a while, see a therapist, and deal with whatever issues and trauma that you have to deal with. Okay. Also, in case some of you are not aware, yesterday someone hacked into my Facebook account, and everyone connecting me received different types of false messages. In fact, some of them received messages stating that I have passed away. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here and I'm alive. I'm not a ghost, which is why I did a stream titled I Am Not a Ghost. I Am Alive. So, that being said, uh, we're going to get into the main topic. So, the main topic for tonight is, as I stated before, um, a shout out to the mothers. Okay. And when you think, okay, when you think about the responsible mothers, and when I mean responsible, they're who actually provide the nurturing, the loving, the care, and the encouragement that they give their children. Um, it is a gift that's beyond measure. It is a priceless gift. Okay. But not everyone is fortunate to have a responsible mom. And in all fairness, this Sunday can be a touchy subject for many reasons. There might be those who are alienated from their moms. There may be those that are in conflict with their moms. Okay. And unfortunately, there might be people who have lost their moms, whether it be recent or whether it be years ago. Years ago. Okay. And when you lose your mother, um, you lose a part of. Okay. Um, that's something that I experienced uh, 3 years ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hopefully I can share my screen, and I'm going to share something that I came that I came across. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay. Okay, let's try again. Sometimes, unfortunately, it takes a while for the screen to appear. But okay. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, let's try this again. Let's bear with me. Okay, just bear with me because unfortunately sometimes it takes a while. Um, but I came across this article called Three Insights in Giving, excuse me, courage to overwhelm moms everywhere. Okay. And this was dated June 2nd, 2015. The transition to motherhood is not always seamless and can be tough. You can often feel like you're in survival mode. You love your children no matter what, but nothing can you prepare for the exhaustion, crying, frustration, and loneliness. They're all part of adjusting to a new baby. Okay. You're normal. If you resent being needed so much by another person, if you think were selfish and patient before your children, just wait. Those virtues will be tested and you'll have opportunities to grow and learn along with your children. We all have different strengths and different stages of parenting will highlight them as well as our weaknesses. It's okay if you don't know the baby stage. If this describes you and your feelings, take comfort in the following three things. All stages will pass, even when it feels like they will never will. Endurance. That's the word that comes to my mind when I think about the baby stage. Relish the good, the opportunities that you have to cover your baby to see their cute little toothless grins or watch them as they take their first steps. Remember that they do grow and they won't be babies forever. Everyone has a favorite stage of motherhood, and that's okay. There's a lot of pressure to enjoy every stage of motherhood, which gives you a guilt if you don't like the one you're in. Remember that loving your children is much different than the loving stage you're in. Maybe you won't function as well in one stage, but try and you'll flourish. Joy comes in moments. Like in a mom, as a mom, life as a mom is mundane. Dishes, laundry, cleaning, grocery shopping, bathing, the kids, and work is never done. And these tasks may stretch you beyond your natural abilities. If you pay attention, you'll be able to find joy in little moments. These moments will sustain you through hard times. And I found that if you put down my phone, stop what I am doing, and look at my child in the eye, whether they are a baby or an older child, you will connect. You will see the love they have for you and show you the love that you have for them. Those moments can bring you joy, but they have to be sought after. Remember, you're not alone if you don't always love being a mom. Some days are hard, and some hard days, and that the hard days are certain stages which will outweigh the days where you feel like you have it all together. Don't wash away those days waiting for something better. I love how Lynette Shepherd, mother and creator of Simply for Real, puts it. Know that each stage of motherhood will eventually come together to create a beautiful canvas that you are now painting with one brush stroke at a time. The strokes from the start and difficult days will be just as important to the finished product as the strokes from the joyful days that pass with relative ease. When all is said and done, it will be a masterpiece. Just keep painting. One quick option for the day out for mom is International Internet Intermountain Alta View Hospital Ladies Night Only. This is an event designed for moms and friends to come out and benefit from a little pamper. Come and enjoy free massages, food, crafts, and classes and wellness. You can check out okay. Uh, I'm just gonna park it here. Okay. Um, even though it's more pertaining to um, dealing with infants, the fact of the matter is whether you are a mother of an infant or a mother of an adult child, they have their blessings. They also have its challenges. But you are able, as a mother, you are able to overcome all these trials and tribulations. Now, what I'm going to do is just give me a moment. I'm going to see if I can share something else. Okay. And I see here, looks like most people want this on the playback. Okay. Which is perfectly fine. Okay. Because because it's Friday night and probably people are out doing many things. Excuse me. Now, in a few minutes, I'm going to share with you my personal observations with the relationship that I had with my mom. And hey, Denise, how you doing? Thank you very much. Oops, sorry about that. Okay. And let me just say to you, Denise, happy Mother's Day, okay? And I know that you have gone to Grace Nicole Leon, okay? And I'm sure Grayson is happy to have you as a mom because you truly are a mom, a great mom. And let's see what Denise has to say about that. Okay. Motherhood is the most beautiful. That's perfectly true. Que Dios tenga de nada. And also, we have Irby in the chat. Good evening, Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. Okay, just to let everybody know, tonight's episode is about to the moms. Okay, and again, let me just make it clear: it's not just the biological mothers. There's also the adopted mothers, the foster mothers, the godmothers. Okay, the grandparents, the aunts, and the aunts, and the great grandmothers, and all the women that play a positive role in the life of others. Okay, so that's the reason why. And of course, I'm going to be sharing some insights regarding the relationship that I had with my own mom. You know what? But one thing I know about you, Denise. I think without a doubt, you're up to the challenge of being a mom. Okay, and and I'm sure you're going to continue to do an excellent job. And I see here we have Danny Rain. Good evening. Thank you very much. I think this is your first time here on the. I just want to say thank you very much. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, just give me a moment. I'm going to show you someone. Let's see. No, no, it's who have played um, a huge role in my life. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, oops. Okay, just give me a moment. Now, this lady that you see here, uh, she was my mother. Okay, her name was Gloria Negron, and she was an extremely strong, positive lady. My mother went through a great deal of trials and tribulations in her 86 years of life. Um, she was married to my father for almost 64 years. In fact, um, last week was my parents' wedding anniversary. Um, they were married in 1949, so they were very young when they got married. Oh my God! Oh my goodness gracious! The point. Oh, are you still hung up on that point? Oh Lord, have mercy. Oh no, 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 no. But in any, but you know what? In any case, I love you too, Denise. Okay. I still can't get over the fact that people actually thought that I passed away. I mean, that's really crazy when you think about it. Yeah. And the fact of the matter, come on, people, let's hit that like button, please. Okay, it's not gonna cost you anything to do so. Okay, let me just. Uh, okay, yeah, but let me just share you um, some of the interesting things about my mom. Okay, um, my mother raised 8 children. Okay, and it was not easy raising 8 children on public assistance, but yet my mother somehow found a way to make sure that we were clothed, that we were fed. She was also very protective of her children. Okay, in fact, the best way to describe her would be like a mother bear defending her cubs. I mean, heaven help the person that tried to bother mess with one of us. And even as my mother got older and weaker, she still had that sense of spirit of having to defend her children. Okay, and my mother also went through many things. First of all, one of the things that my mother went through was unfortunately that my father was unfaithful to her, and the fact of the matter is, I have at least one half sibling out there, so that was a problem. Also, another problem was as we got into the teenage years, and we all rebelled in one way or another, and then watching her children make poor choices and feeling frustrating about it. But the toughest thing that one of the toughest things my mother had to do was attend the funerals of three of my brothers and my oldest sister. Now that's something that was very painful for my mom. Okay, and my mom was a fighter, and my mom was set in her ways. Okay, and you couldn't change her mind in for anything. And to be perfectly honest, I think Denise, in some ways, you're like my mom. So, and it's a shame that you never had the opportunity to meet my mom, because I'm sure you two would have hit it off, because I think you two think alike. Okay, that goes without saying. Now I'm going to share. Okay, I'm not, and well, I'm trying to share something else. Um, One of the proudest moments had to be for my mom is to see her children do well. Okay, whether it be me, whether it be my older brother, whether it be my sister or whatever. That was my mom pride and shine, and my mother uh, did live to see me get promoted, and she also visited my home. So, and to be perfectly honest, this time of the year, it's not an easy time. Okay, excuse me. But I know for a fact that my mother lives in my heart. Now I'm going to share something else. Okay. Just give me a moment. But now, as far as the so-called, okay, here it is. It's called Mother's Day Insight. What does mom really want this year? Okay, just bear with me because sometimes it takes a while. Okay. So let me just share with you. Mother's Day is right on the corner this Sunday, and in preparation, Civic Science examine how Americans plan to celebrate and what they plan to spend. But one crucial piece of the puzzle remains to be heard from mothers. So, how well do Mother's Day plans this year align with what mothers want? Here's look what is the most desirable from their perspective. Time is a valuable commodity for a growing number of Americans, and according to new civic science data, this holds true for mothers in terms of their ideal Mother's Day plans. 49% of US women who are parents would like to spend their day in a manner that money can buy. Quality time loved ones. 5 most enjoy celebrating with a meal out, just as people plan to do so for Mother's Day. 10% lean towards a different approach altogether, preferring to treat themselves with some time away, be it a spa day or yoga, for example, A community Mother's Day event is the least popular choice, while 80% have alternative option in mind for celebrating the day. Now, here's an interesting question. How would you prefer to spend Mother's Day among moms? As you can see this, okay, I don't know if you can see this graph. Okay. Okay. Well, let me just, okay. 49% of the mothers would rather spend time with their children or with their partner. Okay. 20% would prefer to go out for a meal. 10% prefer to do something like, for myself, like taking a yoga class or a spa day. 3% attending a Mother's Day event in my community, and 80% other. That other could be everything else. So this is us. Dining out tops the gift list. Along the lines of family connection, a plurality of women who are parents, 39% prefer a meal out with their family as their Mother's Day's gift. Coming in a distant second, 40% is a thoughtful handmade gift from their children. Experience related gifts, 12%, flowers, 12%, and a day off of parental duty, 7%. Right now, the top five most popular Mother's Day gifts. And here they are, and here's this graph. 39% prefer a meal with the family, 14% prefer a gift, a homemade gift from the children, 12% a spa day or other experience, 12% flowers, 7% prefer a day off from parental duties, 60% clothing, accessory, jewelry, 5% chocolate, other sweets, and electronic media, 4%. So this is just something to think about. No. Although a restaurant meal with the family is the favorite choice among all age groups, mother aged 55 plus show a greater preference for this choice than other generations. Mothers under 35, meanwhile, are most likely to desire electronic media, yeah, or clothing, accessory, jewelry. Older millennials and Gen Xers aged 35, 34, 54 around twice as likely in other age groups to prefer an experience-based gift such as a spa day. This group who index as the most likely to have children age 18 or younger may be looking for some much-needed pampering and time to relax and amidst the stress of managing children. So as you can see here, this graph shows the certain percentages regarding those moms under 35 and those over 35. And you can see by the color coding is the different preferences that they prefer. Now here's some other Mother's Day insights. Mothers residing in a city are more inclined towards spending Mother's Day doing something special for myself than living in the suburbs and rural areas. Mothers living in rural areas are most likely to prefer going out for a meal. Mothers who consider themselves morning people excuse me, tend to gravitate towards experimental gifts like a spa day, while those who identify as nows prefer receiving flowers as a gift. Others who prefer a meal with the family as they give are more likely to favor red wine, while those that will appreciate a handmade card or gift from their children tend to prefer white wine. Moms who want to receive chocolate or sweets highly prefer rosé. And we're going to park it here. Now, as I stated earlier, for many of us, Mother's Day is a beautiful time. It is an opportunity to show our love for our mothers. Okay, our mothers, our grandmothers, also our godmothers, and all the women that play a positive role model in our lives. Unfortunately, there are those who have issues with their moms for whatever reason. It could be something major, it could be something minor, it could be uh, a misunderstanding, or whatever the case may be. But and then there's those who mothers are far away, whether it be they're far. I mean, they're like in the West Coast or the East Coast, or maybe our moms are abroad. So maybe the only thing you can do is face call on um, WhatsApp, or I don't know. Does anyone use Skype nowadays? I don't think so. Okay, and then there are those like myself whose mothers have passed away, and this weekend, of course, I plan to visit my mother's grave, and I suspect there'll be others that will do the same. The fact of the matter is the loss of a mother. We take courage in the fact that we have of our mothers. We can take courage in the fact that if our mothers were dealing with illness, that they no longer suffer. We can also take knowledge in the fact that we have memories. And I have a lot of memories. And I just want to say a few words for my mom. Of course, I'll say it in Spanish, but I'll just give a brief translation. El mami solamente quiere que te extraño mucho. Hace 3 años fuiste a casa con el Señor y la verdad fue muy doloroso para nosotros. Sin embargo, sabemos que allá te está descanso en el cielo con papi, con nuestros hermanos y todos nuestros seres queridos. Y que un día nos encontrarán de nuevo cara a cara en el cielo. Te extraño muchísimo, mami. Te amo mucho, mami. Tú siempre vivirás en mi corazón. Bendición, mami. And for the benefit of those of you who do not understand why I just said, I just simply said that I miss my mom. I love my mom. And that we will be together one day in heaven. Um, when will that be? Only God knows. But I can take solace in the fact that my mother lived 86 years. Okay? So she lived a long life. Okay? That's something that I cannot deny. She lived a long life, and she also played a huge role in the type of person I am today. Okay? I'm the type of person I am today thanks to my mom. Okay. And she gave me so many positive examples to follow. And one of the things, one of the things that my mother taught me was that treat others as you wish to be treated, and be considerate and respectful for others, no matter who they are, no matter what they believe, no matter what else their viewpoints. Every human being has value. Okay, every person is special in God's sight. And also, my mom taught us to believe in God, and also taught us regarding um, there's a heaven to gain and a hell to avoid. Okay, and if people don't share my beliefs regarding heaven and hell, that's perfectly fine. So, if no one else has any other comments, or no one else wishes to join the panel, what I would do is I'll start to wrap this up. Now, tomorrow I will, excuse me, I will send my um, Mother's Day greetings to all the ladies that I follow on Instagram and who follow me. Okay, and let me just say a huge shout out to um, all the uncommon folks supporters who are moms. Okay, shout out to you, Morena. I think you've done an excellent job raising your son, and he's the young man he is today. Thanks because of you, and I think you should be proud of the job that you did. Um, Fulana, I don't know if you have any children, but if you do have children, happy Mother's Day to you. And even if you don't, maybe you are a positive motherly figure to some younger people. But in any case, happy Mother's Day to you. Um, Malty, uh, happy Mother's Day to you. Um, I know that you really love your children and you look after them, and you defend us just like a mama bear club, a mama bear defending her baby cubs against those people who try to do harm. Gigi, I know that you are an excellent mom, regardless how what people may say. I just want to say to you, happy Mother's Day. Okay, being a mother is not easy, but you've done an excellent job. To you, Christina, you have two lovely daughters, okay, and they're growing up so quickly. I just want to say happy Mother's Day to you, and the fact that you've been a single parent for so long, and you've been such a positive role model to your daughters, that speaks volumes for you. Um, Also, when it comes to my family, I just want to wish a happy Mother's Day to my two remaining sisters, my sister Iris and my youngest sister Maria. Happy Mother's Day to the both of you. Also, want to wish Happy Mother's Day to my niece Irene, who done an excellent job raising her two boys. Yes, I agree with that sentiment. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Yes, and happy Mother's Day to my niece Justine. Happy Mother's Day to you. Also, happy Mother's Day to my other niece, Michelle, who has three children, two of them in college, one of them almost finishing high school and on her way to college. That's a huge um, testimony. So I just want to say a huge shout out to you. I also want to give a huge shout out to all the other members of my family who are mothers. And of course, I saved the last one, but for the best. Denise, happy Mother's Day to you. Okay. And I'm gonna say this in Spanish, and you're probably gonna laugh, and you're probably gonna make fun of my Spanish, but I don't care. Um, Denise, solamente quiero decir el feliz Día de las Madres para ti. La verdad, tú eres una madre ejemplar por tu hijo Grayson Julián. Y yo no sé si está pensando a tener más hijos, pero de todo modo, feliz Día de las Madres. La verdad es que tú eres una madre ejemplar. Y le amo mucho con todo mi corazón. And just for the benefit of all of you who don't speak in Spanish, I just said to Denise, Happy Mother's Day, and I love you very much. Okay. So, that being said, we're going to be doing another stream on Tuesday. Okay. To be perfectly honest, I haven't got a clue what we're going to be talking about. I can tell you this much. We will be live at 8 o'clock. Of course, I will send a notification to all the people who follow me on Instagram. And we will have another interesting topic. One thing I do want to talk about next week is what to do when you've been hacked into your social media. That's something that happened to me recently, and unfortunately, um, it led many of my friends into confusion, and also some of my friends thought that I had passed away. So, which led me to having to do a stream stating, I am not a ghost, I am alive. Okay. So I'm going to be discussing that. I think I'll probably discuss this on Tuesday. Okay. Thursday. Okay, I don't know. And Thursday, something I haven't done in a long time is open discussion. Now, for the benefit of those who do not have a clue, what we do on open discussion, we discuss anything and everything um, that we choose to talk about. Okay. If you want to talk about the weather, we can talk about the weather. If you want to talk about Trump, well, as much as I don't care for Trump, we can talk about Trump. If you want to talk about, um, and I see here we also have the 18th letter. Good evening, my son. Oh boy, before I forget, let me let everybody know that both the 18th letter and Latin Explaining with Denise Gonzalez, they both have their YouTube channels. So I'm going to ask that if you have not done so, please subscribe to them and check out their content. Um, and I know, Joaquin, you've been very busy and what have you. I don't know what your plan's going to be for this weekend, but um, just bear no, just bear in mind that you have someone that looking over your shoulder in heaven. Okay, that's how I look at it, and that's how I look at it when it comes to my mom. My mom is in heaven, and she looks up to not just up to me, but to my three remaining siblings. Okay, so okay, cool. Let me just put the link again. Okay, one thing I have to learn how to do is pin it, so I don't have to keep putting on the link. Okay, unfortunately, I am not the most tech savvy person in the world. Is you know that you not know, but you know what? It's okay. Okay, but I will say this much: this has been a crazy couple of days. First of all, the fact that I was being attacked, and then getting a phone call because someone thought that I passed away. Okay. Am I upset? Am I upset about it? Yeah. But we're living at a time when people do insane stuff and hurtful stuff. Why? I wish I knew. But you know what? Um, I'm not gonna let anyone rob me of my joy. I'm not gonna be distracted. I'm just going to continue um, to produce the best content. Also, I'm going to continue to be the best version of me. Okay. And that's something. Hmm. Okay. But what was one of my proudest days um, when I graduated from college with my bachelor's degree, and my mom was there, my father was there. Okay. So, and some of the key moments in my life, I was blessed to have my mom there. My mom was there when I graduated from college with my bachelor's degree. My mom was there when I started working for the city of New York. My mom was there when I finally got my own place, which I owned. My mom was there when I got my first promotion. Okay. Also, my mom was there um, in some of the painful moments of my life, being how relationship ended bad. Also, she was there to help me deal with the loss of four of my siblings, my father, and my grandnephew. And what I will do is I'll just give a shout out um, to the people who are not angels, in the order of which they went to be with the Lord. Starting with my oldest brother, George. Um, he was only 36 years old when he passed away. You shout to George. It's been over 30 years since death separated us, but we will be together one day. The next person that passed away or was killed in an automobile accident was my grandnephew Christopher. He was only 22 years old when he passed away, and it was rough for my oldest sister to see her lose her only son. You shout out to Chris. We will be together again one day. And then after that, my father, Kumasino Negron, passed away. He was 83 years old when he died of heart problems. My father lived a long life, and I know we will be together soon. Eh, Papi, solamente quiero decir que la extrañando muchísimo. Tú siempre vivirás en mi corazón y un día vamos a encontrarnos cara a cara con el Señor juntos. Basically, as I said, I miss my father and we'll be together again. And then after that, my younger brother passed away at age 49 um, due to cardiac arrest. Um, we will see each other again, as I call him, Gigi. Um, it's been 9 years since you passed away, but we will be together again. And then there was my brother Albert, who passed away about a year and a half later. Um, he was only 56 when he passed away due to renal failure. My brother was a man of God, loved the Lord, and bro, I miss you very much. But we will be together one day in heaven. Then a couple of years passed by. In 2020, my older sister Doris passed away at age 68 due to stage 4 lung cancer. And she also fought it to the very end. And Doris, it's been 3 years since God called you into his bosom. I miss you very much, and we'll be together again. And last but not least, 6 months later, my own mother passed away at age 86 after being in a vegetative state and had a massive stroke. And She went to be with the Lord. Um, with the rest of my family. I already gave my shout out um, to my mom. Um, I wasn't planning to bring them up, but um, it's very important to hold fond memories of those who are no longer with you. Okay. And I'm going to say this to all those whose moms are still alive. If for whatever reason you have conflicts or issues, do your best to try to get those issues resolved. Okay? And I really mean it. Do your best. Because the worst thing in the world that can happen is you could have an issue with someone and that person passes away without you reconciling with that person. The amount of guilt that you will bear for holding a grudge, um, it's not worth it. Okay? And you're going to be living many years of regret. Life is very short. So I would I would encourage all of you who have issues with your mom, do your best to try to get those issues resolved. If your mom does not want to reconcile with you, at least you can say that you tried. Okay. And when your mom passes away, it will be sad, but it will not be bitter. Okay. And believe me, I have heard multiple stories of people who have grudges against their moms. And because of pride, because of anger, because of guilt, because of shame, or whatever, they did not do anything to try to be reconciled. And then when their mom passed away, that's not that's a horrible sight. Knowing that their mom passed away without any attempt uh, to be reconciled. Now, let's see. I'm going to try to add one more thing. Just give me a moment. I'm going to see if I can add something um, that I posted on Instagram. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, let's see. Just give me a moment because my computer is slow as molasses at times. Okay, just give me a moment. Um, it's a poignant message, and I wanted to share this before I ended the stream. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, let's see. Oops. Okay, oops. Okay, let's see if I can share this. Nope, that's not what I want. Just give me a moment. Nope. Excuse me. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try this one more time. Okay. Let's see. Just unfortunately, sometimes it takes a while. Okay. Okay, let's play this again. Okay, so I just wanted to share that. Looks like Raheem is not going to join the panel. So what I'm going to do is that let's see. I just one thing to bear in mind, and another thing. Let's be kind to those people. Okay. Now let me just bring in my guest. Good evening.
Good evening, Jose. How you doing today? Can you hear me all right?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Yeah, I can hear you. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. Just another day of work.
Okay. Well, tonight's topic is a shout out to the moms. And when I say mothers, that could be anyone that provided a motherly image. It could be mothers, aunts, grandparents, godmothers, or any women that provided a motherly guidance.
Yes, yes. As far as dedication goes, of course, I got an old soul when it comes to the way that I think, with the way that I carry myself, and I got to contribute that not only to my grandmother who raised me, but also my great grandmothers. I was raised around older folks my whole life, and everything that my grandmother was pretty much my mother growing up. Everything that I associated good in my life, all the in things that I enjoyed, I associated that with my grandmother because every time I saw my grandmother, I knew that I was going to have a good time. I knew that things, the day was going to be catered to for me. So as far as things that on the economic level, she taught me how to save my money. She taught me how to, you know, um, just learn about different, like when you're doing business, as far as paying attention to things and knowing what you're getting yourself into, different things like that. She taught me all of that, and that's exactly where I get my way of thinking. Like I say, the way I carry myself, my style, all of that I get from her because she was very eloquent and high class, but she was down to earth at the same time. She was one of a kind. She rose from the ghetto, built herself up, you know, showed me in the process on what I need to do to sustain myself, especially in the days that we're living into today. And she always taught me to think 1 or 2 steps ahead, which a lot of people don't do. They just live in a moment. But me, my brain is constantly moving, and my brain is constantly mapping out scenarios on that I need to do in order to avoid, a bad situation. And I attribute all of that to her teachings from teaching that to me as a child.
Yeah. And I can just imagine that this weekend is kind of bittersweet because it's been some time since the person that played your mother, a mother image in your life, has gone to her final resting place.
Yes, it's definitely bittersweet. It's it's definitely bittersweet. You know, it's it's very difficult at times to think about it because with this type of world that we live in, you only get about you only get a handful of people that's going to support you. And that was one of my biggest supporters. And when you lose that support, sometimes, you know, if you're not if you're not a strong person mentally, you feel like you lost, feels like you're trying to, move without a leg or move without an arm. It feels like you're disfigured to an extent. The thing that keeps you going is the memories that's ingrained in your mind, you know, just to think what this person would say in certain situations that you're in, or how would they, navigate you through those situations. And you remember that person, um, and everything that, you attributed to that person being a positive influence in your life. So, yeah, it's definitely bittersweet, but, I keep going and I know she would want me to. And so I just, uh, cherish her memories, cherish the person that she was, and take some of her character and adapt it into mine to keep her memory and keep her alive. So
Well, the fact of the matter is the best way to honor her is to continue applying the lessons that you receive from her.
absolutely, absolutely, and that's exactly what I try to do on a day-to-day basis. Definitely. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to exit off, Jose, because I got to get ready for work, get ready for my trip. So I just wanted to come up, show some support, attribute my 2 cents to the
Okay, well,
topic.
I appreciate it. The one thing I would like to do, Rakeem, at some point, I would like dispelling the myths regarding black men because unfortunately there's a lot of misinformation regarding black men. Okay, So at some point, when I want to let you know, if you would consider the co-hosts, so we can both share. The fact of the matter is, there's a lot of great black men out there. It's just unfortunately, media is portraying them to be one way when we know that there are a lot of good, strong, positive black men out there.
Yeah, the only thing I can say to that is people, everyone has their, their own intentions behind that type of, rhetoric. The media is one thing, but, a lot of that is regurgitated in social media because not only does people tend to believe whatever the media says, but it's certain people that want to believe that narrative. So I may touch on it, but it's kind of exhausting at this particular point because I've come to the realization that no matter what you say or how you carry yourself, most people just gonna attribute to believing whatever they want to believe. Some of it too is an inferiority or a superiority complex. Some people can't get far without, wanting to believe that certain people are beneath them to pull them to make themselves seem like a better person or and that's an idea that's been passed down from generations to generations. So the media does play a particular role in that, and we've had these conversations for the last 3 years, but I feel like it's beating a dead horse at this particular point. But I may chime in here and there and add my little 2 cents to it.
Well, you see, one thing that we try to do here on this platform is we try to bring forth the truth and separate the truth from the fiction. But I know you gotta go, so I just want to say thank you very much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me on your platform, Jose. And you take it easy and shout out to everybody in the chat.
You too, and please, everybody, if you have not done so, please subscribe. So take care, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop to wrap this up. The whole point was is a shout out to the mom and to make sure that all the responsible motherly figures get their roses and get their appreciation for all the stuff that they do. It's an unsung job that they do, and a lot of times they do without a great deal of appreciation. But the fact of the matter is, whether you are a biological mom, an adopted mom, a foster mom, if you are a grandmother, yeah, okay. Thank you very much for stopping by early. Peace. Thank you. If you're somebody who are positive role model image to others, you are a mother as well. So, with that being said, I just want to give a shout out to everyone who appeared on the chat. And of course, thank you, Joaquin, for being on the panel. So, we will have my next stream will be on Thursday at 8 o'clock. And what I will do is I will do a short stream just to let everybody know what will be the topic. But in any case, huge shout out to all the mothers, okay, and particularly all the mothers that have to deal with um, being a mother during these trying times. It's never easy, but just be mindful of the positive influence that you're creating with your own children or with the people that you are mentoring. So, with that being said, this has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron, and I wish everyone a wonderful weekend. Take care and peace.
You strong.